From the Berkshires to the Sound, from wherever you live in MLB America, this is Inside the Parker. You give us 22 minutes and we'll give you the scoop on Major League Baseball. Now, here's Baseball Hall of Fame voter number 57.
You have another hot take.
Will not NOT make the playoffs.
Shohei me the money.
Rob Parker.
Come on! I've been covering Major League Baseball for almost 40 years now. In New York, in Cincinnati, in Detroit, in LA. I love this game. Let's go! Welcome into the podcast, and I'm your host, Rob Parker. And what a show we have for you today. Before we even get started, remember, press this button, the subscribe button, so that you're always here, always up to date with all the best coverage of Major League Baseball. As you know, I've been covering baseball since 1986. I love the sport. This is the place for your baseball fix. Inside the Parker, sponsored by Cuffin Season. Lock in the flavor your taste buds will love at cuffinseason.us. Get yours today. And for an extra 10% off, use the code MLB Bro in all caps. Welcome into the podcast. I'm your host, Rob Parker, and what a show we have for you today. Coming up, Astros right fielder Cam Smith drops by. We'll talk about his very exciting first year in the big leagues. Also, the woes with the Dodgers will dive in. David Vassegh, a reporter from AM570 LA Sports, joins us. Let's go.
To lead off, it's Getting Robbed.
And keep them up.
Rob's hot take on the three biggest stories in Major League Baseball. Number one.
We know the Atlanta Braves are out of it, and guess what? The newspaper scribes are writing like crazy that it's time maybe for the Atlanta Braves to trade Ronald Acuna Jr. He's had some injuries, but man, what a career he's had. He was Rookie of the Year, he won a National League MVP, five-time All-Star. He came back late this season, and fans still voted him as a starter. This guy's a star. He's only 27 years old. Also, there was a story that the Seattle Mariners put together a grandfather package, all kinds of stuff to try to get him. They've been looking for a big hitter in Seattle for a long time. But I think the Braves would be crazy. I still think he hasn't even entered his prime, really. Between 27 and 32 or 33, he still has those 5 or 6 years to really be even better than he has been. I would not, under any circumstance, trade Ronald Acuna. I get it. The Braves are out of it, had a bad season. Things fell apart early. Remember, they had that big losing streak to start the season. I understand it. Sometimes you bite the bullet, you reset, but I'm not NOT trading Ronald Acuna.
Number two.
Padres third baseman Manny Machado having another great year. Recently, just hit his 350th home run. Now has 350 home runs, over 2,000 hits. Only 11 other players have done it in MLB history, and 10 of those 11 are either in the Hall of Fame or will be in the Hall of Fame. One is kind of linked to the Juice, so we don't know where that's going to turn. But, people are saying he didn't have to do anything else the rest of his career. He's going to get into the Hall of Fame. That's where I pump the brakes on that. Manny's got a long way to go. He's only 32, and I think he still has to continue to play on. And it looks like he's on track to be a first ballot Hall of Fame. I'm not disputing that. But this notion he doesn't have to do anything else and he's automatically in, I don't buy into that. I saw Andre Dawson hit. He was a Rookie of the Year. He had 438 and an NL MVP, 438 home runs. And it took him 9-10 years on the ballot to make it to the Hall of Fame. I don't think that you could say Manny doesn't have to do anything else. He is definitely in line, en route to the Hall of Fame. But there's still work to be done. He's 32 years old. So stop and pump the brakes. You don't get into the Hall of Fame midway through your career.
Number three.
I will be in Atlanta for the All-Star Game. I can't wait. The Derby's on Monday. All-Star Game is on Tuesday. Still the best All-Star Game in pro sports, hands down. And it's going to be even better this year. For the first time since 2019, team players will wear their team home or road uniform, depending, in the All-Star game. It won't be some made-up uniform to sell for fans for the 2025 All-Star game in Atlanta. It'll be, the Mets home or road uniform, or the Braves or the Yankees or whatever it is. Aaron Judge will wear the road Yankee uniform because the American League, of course, will be the visiting team. And I think that's a great look. It really is, to see your favorite player wearing your team's uniform. I think we had gotten away from that for a few years, and it's good to get back. So I love that baseball looked at it and said, yeah, we could probably sell some jerseys, but let's not do that. Put the All-Star patch on the jersey and call it a day. So next week, we'll have all kinds of stuff from the All-Star game in Atlanta. I just cannot wait.
Here comes the big interview. Listen and learn.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, now let's welcome into the podcast Cam Smith, right fielder for the Houston Astros. Cam, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. It has been a whirlwind, to say the least. My God. Last year we were playing college baseball. Here you are in the big leagues, having success. Batting cleanup. I mean, I could go on and on. How's it been? Just talk about the experience.
Yeah, it's been a blast. I think I have a really good group of guys that are just great teammates. We play selfless baseball where 1 through 9, I think we battle, to get the job done. We pass the torch. I think that's the biggest thing for us.
How about the love for baseball? Where did that come from?
Honestly, it just became natural. I think just playing over and over again, I think I just found a love for the game.
Okay, I talked about the whirlwind. First big league at bat to get a hit. Just take me through that. That had to be some experience. What were you thinking of walking to the plate?
Cam Smith turned 22 in the first spring training game of the year, and here he is in his big league debut and his first ever at bat. Ground ball right side, base hit. One pitch, one hit. Cam Smith delivers. Pena first to third. He's safe.
Welcome to the show, Cam Smith.
Not wasting a second for his first big league hit.
First pitch he sees, singles to right. And the Astros have runners at the corners with 1 out.
I was so nervous. I've never been that nervous in my life, but I knew that day would come, and I had a feeling I'd be as nervous as I was, but it was a beautiful moment.
And when you got to first base, did you think, I'm in the big league?
Yeah, I said, okay, we're here now. We're here.
Unbelievable. Let's talk about your hitting, and I know Alvarez is hurt, but your batting cleanup mindset between batting cleanup and just batting.
He did he? High! Forget about it! Onto the train tracks! Train number 11, for the first time in his career, has just left Union Station.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, just we can place any player in any position of the lineup, and we'll figure out how to get the job done. I think that's what I said. The best part about this team is we play selfless.
In case you missed Rob Parker on the MLB Network, here's his latest appearance on MLB Now.
Showdown time. Rob Parker is back as he is every week. Rob, great to have you back on the show.
What's up, BK? How are you?
We have good topics. This is good. I'm excited about this. This was a wrinkle I did not expect. Automatic ball strike challenge system in the All-Star game. They did it in spring training. They're going to use it in the All-Star game. You like it?
I don't like it, but I understand they want to put it out there so all the fans who are watching the All-Star game can maybe get used to it and go, hey, I like this. Here's my issue. It's real simple. People are human. We make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I get it. You see a bad call by an umpire, you show it 1,000 times. You know how many times they get it right? You don't replay every time they get it right.
Exactly. You're arguing for this system, by the way. You have a challenge system. Yes, you are, because you have a challenge system. They get them almost all of them right, and if you think they get it wrong, instead of showing it 1,000 times, go to your head, challenge it. Perfect.
Give me the game that was ruined by a strike call, BK, in your life that you watched.
All right, give me some time. I'll come back with 100 of them.
You can't
100 of them.
think of one. You can't think of one because it hasn't detracted from your love of the game.
Playoffs of the late 90s. We've seen the Braves painting the outside part of not even touching the zone. Lots of games.
Give me one game.
Off the top of my head, who was it? Was it the Levon Hernandez game? Was it the Tom Glavine game? There's lots of games. Give me a second to think about it, do a little research. I'll come up with 100 games that you say, come on. And lots of calls change games. Just give the challenge, 2 challenges, maybe 3, what they're going to do next year. And so don't beef about the strike call anymore. Challenge it, and if you're right, you're right.
Here's the other thing, too. Are pitchers just going to nibble and just have to hit the corner and
that's the idea? Isn't that pitching? I'm going to actually hit the strike zone and get a strike call. Imagine that.
I want the ball over the plate, and I want the hitters to swing.
That's right. That's the idea. This will bring them to it. And if the umpires are very good, they miss 1, 2 calls a day. That's it. But if it's in a big spot, challenge it, turn it around. Just like a bad call at first base now. We don't even blink. They turn it around. They go, oh, by the way, we've overturned the call. Now we got the right call. It's easy.
BK, you watch the NFL. They have replay.
Stop with the NFL. Stop with the NFL. Look in baseball.
They still get it wrong.
Maybe they do. And you know what? In baseball, sometimes they go to New York and they don't quite get it right. But you're looking at a replay a dozen times. And once you're looking a dozen times, you know it's a hair off, you're fine. Same thing with the strike zone. Might be a hair off. Instead of griping about it getting thrown out, challenge it. That's all. I think it works. Did I win you over on that?
No, you did not.
Give it some thought.
I'll watch it for the All-Star game, but I'm not happy about it going forward.
He'll get there. He's getting close. Got to absorb. Rob doesn't take these in right away. How about Jose Ramirez? Voted in as a starter. He's been a little banged up. He wants to rest up to play for Cleveland for the second half. I'm good with this, by the way. If you're not having it mean home field advantage for the league, he's loyal to Cleveland. I'm good with that.
I'm not good with it at all. One of the parts of your job is to help represent baseball, and the All-Star game is about the fans. And you should respect the fans who have voted you in. And it's one thing, BK, if he was scuffling right now, 0 for 10, you could obviously see he's struggling. He's mashing. He's got 3 home runs in his last 3 games. He's got 6 RBIs, 5 hits. He's playing well. So this idea that he's not 100% or not playing well, if I saw numbers to justify it, and then I look at guys like Aaron Judge and Ohtani and those guys who play 159 games, they go to the All-Star game, they do all the things that you need to do to represent the game. Never discount the fans. And if I'm a fan, I don't know if I would ever vote for Jose Ramirez again, because this is an opportunity. Go to the All-Star game in Atlanta, have your one at bat, take the field with your teammates, and then step down and then say, I'm good for the night. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
There you go. See how easy it was for me? How about the automatic ball strike? Will you give me that one now?
No.
Was I right?
No.
I was right on that. But you were right on that one. Sold. Right. You have an obligation, responsibility. Baseball as a whole, you can say, who will miss Jose Ramirez? That's not the point. You voted him in. You're right. All right. Juan Soto, not an all-star game. Not an all-star for the National League now. And losing money on it. I want to run this soundbite. He's taking a little bit of flack for this. Let people judge for themselves. Here's what Juan Soto said about not being a National League all-star.
Would you have liked to make the All-Star team?
What do you think?
I don't know. Some people want to take vacation.
I mean, I think it's a lot of money on the table if I make it.
He gets a $100,000 bonus if he goes to the All-Star game. He makes $51 million a year. But you know what? All right, I'll go first. I respect that this guy's a mercenary. I respect he's a professional baseball player. He plays for money. I'm fine with this. He misses the 100. You can tell he's kind of joking, but he misses the 100 grand. I'm good with that.
BK, you don't have to say everything out loud. We know he makes money. He plays baseball for a living. We know there's bonuses written in. Everything doesn't have to be that. How about this answer, BK? Hey, you know what? It would have been awesome to represent the New York Mets in this organization right at the All-Star game. I'm disappointed that our fans won't see me there in Atlanta. My God, is that so hard?
That's a better answer. I'll give you that. Yeah, you're winning all these. That's a better answer. But you know what? I've never had a problem like this whole thing with college sports, and now it's a total mess. But I've always appreciated they play for money. That's why they're playing. It's their job, and we'd all do it if we could. I don't mind a guy saying, hey, you know what? That's costing me money. But you're right. That's a better answer. But that's actually how he felt. I like an honest answer. That was his honest answer. So I don't want to punish a guy. Give me the bland vanilla, well, I want to do it for our fans and robbing an opportunity. Come on, you're turning him into a vanilla personality.
After taxes, that's like 35 grand. Really? Is that going to change your life?
For him, he's thinking of what he could do with it. By the way, you'd feel the same way. Hey, you know what? You were right on 2 of these, so that's good. That's a good batting average.
I thought I was 4 for 4. You're cheating.
You're 2 for 4 at best. Your win-loss percentage matters. It matters to you. There you go. Rob, great having you back on. Thank you so much.
All right, BK, always.
All right.
Thanks.
When Rob was a newspaper columnist, he lived by this motto: if I'm writing, I'm ripping. Let's bring in a writer or broadcaster, old or new.
Now let's welcome in David Vassegh. He covers the Los Angeles Dodgers for AM570 LA Sports. Dave, what's happening? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, great to be on with you, Rob. The day after Kenley Jansen saved his 463rd game last night for the Angels.
Very nice. A big milestone, no doubt. But the Dodgers haven't had any milestones, and that's where we want to start. Coming into Friday, where they open up a 3-game series in San Francisco against the Giants, the Dodgers have lost 6 in a row, 3 to the Astros, and then they lose the 3 in Milwaukee. What's happening with the Dodgers right now? Teams go through patches. We saw the Yankees. We saw the Mets. We've seen some good teams. What's happening with the Dodgers?
Well, they're hurt. They're banged up. And I know everybody talks about their pitching, Rob, but their position player group is now all of a sudden really banged up. Freddie Freeman slumping, and you don't go from leading the major leagues in batting average to all of a sudden becoming a 200 hitter in the last month without there being something wrong. And I think we all forget that he did have surgery on that right ankle. He's tried to play through it. He told me it takes an hour and a half to get ready for games as far as treatment for that right ankle. So you would imagine that's affecting him. Teoscar Hernandez has been playing hurt for the last, I would say better part of a month with the left groin injury. He wanted to make the All-Star team. He wanted to make a push. He played through it, and it didn't work out. He's not going to be on the All-Star team. And then he fouled a ball off the top of his left foot Saturday or Sunday at Dodger Stadium and hasn't been in the lineup for the last 4 games. And then you got Max Muncy out for a month with a left knee bone bruise. And Tommy Edman's been dealing with some stuff with his right foot. So they're a banged up group, and, they're getting their pitching back. Snell's pitching in Rancho Cucamonga tonight. Tyler Glasnow pitched yesterday in Milwaukee. Blake Trinan had his first rehab start. So the pitching's on its way back. They just got to get this position player group healthy again. And by the way, Kike's on the IL too.
Speaking of the All-Star game, you did mention that. Mookie Betts, not voted in, not selected as a reserve. First time in 8 years not going to the All-Star game. And we know he started off with an illness, got off to a rough, played pretty good in the beginning and then slumped. He's had an uneven season with Mookie Betts.
I would call it an average season, Rob. He's been average all year long. And it feels like he's been playing from behind all season when he got sick before the team went to Tokyo. And then now, the defense at shortstop's been fine. It's just the hitting. I mean, he's a 250 hitter. His OPS is hovering around 700. If that's not average, I don't know what is. And that's not certainly the Mookie Betts that we have known his entire career. Even last year, when he was playing shortstop and really learning that position on the fly, he was one of the best hitters in baseball last year. So it's kind of a lazy take by fans that say that it's the position that's affecting him, because he proved last year he can hit and play that position. And now he's playing that position really well, and he's not hitting. So, yeah, that's a big problem. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, they haven't clicked at the same time more than a week at a time this year.
Yeah, let's talk about Ohtani as well. Coming into Friday, batting average under 280. I know he's had a lot of home runs, a lot of solo home runs.
Yeah.
People still say he's the National League MVP. His RBIs are way down from a year ago. Where are you on what kind of season he's had? Because it doesn't feel like an MVP season to me.
Yeah, well, he's pitching again, so it's hard to say that it's not an MVP season. So, I mean, that just puts him in a different stratosphere. But I agree with you. The 31 home runs, not as many impactful home runs as a year ago at this time, but you can't take away having more home runs before the All-Star break than any other Dodger in franchise history, 31. Yeah, I just think that the Dodgers' bottom of the order hasn't been getting on base and turning the lineup over as much as they were last year. We're seeing Ohtani lead off not only the first inning, but a lot of innings this year. And that's not something that the Dodgers want to see. And I actually did some research on this, Rob. Gary Cohen actually brought this up when the Mets were in town. And it bears repeating that last year on average, the number 3 hitter in Major League Baseball had the leadoff hitter compared to the number 3 hitter on average in Major League Baseball last year only had 33 more plate appearances. So there's an argument to be made that, Ohtani, especially the days that he's pitching, maybe it would make more sense for him to hit third to be able to get guys like Betts and Freeman on base ahead of him.
I like that plan. That's a great number, and there's some great research there. Our guest is David Vassegh. He's a reporter who covers the Los Angeles Dodgers for AM570 LA Sports. Last thing, Dave, Clayton Kershaw got a special invitation to the All-Star Game. A lot of times, it's only happened 3 times. I think it was Miguel Cabrera and Albert Pujols. So these are guys who are going into the Hall of Fame. I don't want to see this every year, every time somebody's older or whatever. It's got to be somebody special. And he deserves it, especially on the heels of 3,000 strikeouts, which only 20 pitchers have done, and 4 left-handers. So I applaud the commissioner on this. And Clayton's having a decent year as well.
Yeah, it's not like he has a 5 ERA, Rob. It's just the fact that he hasn't had as many starts as other pitchers. If he did, he would be more than deserving to be part of the All-Star team. And I think that's what Rob Manfred's recognizing here. The biggest difference between Kershaw and Pujols and Cabrera back in 22 is that Kershaw has not made any sort of announcement that he is retiring at the end of this year. Those 2 guys did. So I guess Rob Manfred's taking it upon himself, just in case this is Kershaw's last year, which it very well might be, to be able to give him this celebration.
And you know what? You're right about that. And here's the only thing. Coming off the celebration of the 3,000 strikeouts, it looked like a playoff game from what I watched.
Yeah.
The atmosphere. I think that's what you want to capitalize on. That's why it makes sense, even if he maybe pitches another year or something. But that makes sense, and then you don't have to do it next year. All right, Dave, thanks so much for all the insight, man. We appreciate you, and we'll see you out at the ballpark.
All right, Rob, thanks a lot for having me on. You're the best.
Now, here's the best from MLBBro.com.
Yo, what up? It's Kev. And here's what's popping today on MLBBro.com.
Kumar Rocker takes the mound tonight as the Rangers take on the Angels in Game 3 of a 4-game series. Rocker looks to pick up his 4th win of the season before the All-Star break approaches. The 25-year-old missed some time this season due to a shoulder injury. Texas put him on the 15-day injured list back on April 24th. He made his return on June 4th against the Rays and struggled in his return, giving up 5 runs in 3 1/3 and finishing with 5 strikeouts. In his first full season, Rocker has yet to find consistency on the mound, which is expected. But he has the skill set to become a dominant pitcher and a key player in the Rangers' starting rotation. On the season, he's carrying a 3-4 record through 10 starts with a 5.8 ERA and 41 strikeouts. Rocker will look to secure his first win dating back to June 21st and bring his record to 500. That's what's popping today on MLBBro.com.
For more, right now, go to MLBBro.com.
That ball is.
It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
Hey, JR, is it foul or fair to say that Seattle Mariners catcher Kyle Raleigh is already having the best offensive season by a catcher in MLB history?
Fair. What Kyle Raleigh, the Seattle Mariners catcher, is doing is unheard of for most catchers. Hell, for most players, no matter how great. As far as being MVP, he's hitting almost 100 points lower than Aaron Judge, who's batting .360 with 2 less homers. But this kind of production from a catcher is unheard of and historical in nature. Maybe Josh Gibson was bashing almost 40 bro bombs by the Negro League break. Who knows? It's possible. But when it comes to modern warfare on pitchers, Kyle Raleigh has exploded into superstar territory, and the game needs catchers who are terrors with the bat, a la Gary Carter, rest in peace, and the great Jorge Posada. Raleigh's doing it. Who can you really compare to him? What seasons? You have Mike Piazza in 97. That dude hit .362 with 40 jacks. The Hall of Famer's Park-adjusted OPS was 85% better than average. Maybe the most dominant season ever by a catcher. You could pick Piazza's 93 season, 95, 96, 98, 2000. He crushed the PED era. The great Johnny Bench helped the Big Red Machine go back to the 70s and hit 45 bombs in his 1970 MVP season. Hit another 40 in 72. In what many say is the Hall of Famer's finest season. You got seasons by Roy Campanella, Buster Posey, Joe Mauer. All incredible seasons for catchers. But none of them guys had 36 home runs by the break. Pudge Rodriguez's 99 MVP season was crazy. Pudge had 35 bombs, slugged .558, .914 OPS, and just for good measure, won his 8th of 10 straight Gold Gloves. So some great offensive seasons by catchers, but none like Raleigh. I remember when Reggie Jackson hit 39 bro bombs at the break. And I think he only finished with about 47. So be careful, Cal. But right now, he's doing it. Best offensive season by catcher ever. Fair.
Make way for weekend wagers.
Yo, it's Sean Bo. Fire up those bed naps. Let's go. We're still splitting the difference, 50-50 so far in the season with that 1 win, 1 loss last week. We are now at 15 total wins, 15 total losses on the season. But let's go 2-0 with a bro during this hot summer extravaganza. And let's start that off on Friday as we're going to go with the road dog Chicago Cubs over the homers. Yes, the Bronx Bombers and the New York Yankees. Chris Flexen has been flexing those muscles all year, going 5-0. And let's go 2-0 on Saturday. And let's go back to the well that just keeps on giving with the A's and Toronto Blue Jays and the itty-bitty Sacramento Park. Let's go over 9 total runs. That's fluctuating. Get it while it's 9 for Inside the Parker.
Hi, I'm Rob Parker, the founder and editor of MLBBro.com, where we cover black and brown major leaguers. 75% of the content will be about the current black and brown stars in Major League Baseball. The other 25%, we'll take a look back at some of the great black players. On the site, there'll be a ton of great written stories and videos and features.
MLB Bro, because you need to know.
MLB fans, when it comes to Major League Baseball, no one covers it better than the Odd Couple.
Fact. I am the baseball king.
First, second, third, and home.
We're leading shows with baseball. Ball game over.
They don't watch it.
They don't know the game.
All in one place.
Let's go.
Right here on Fox Sports Radio.
I love baseball.
In the words of New York TV legend, the late Bill Jorgensen, thanking you for your time this time until next time. Rob Parker, out.
He can't get it. This could be an Inside the Parker.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.